So being on the road all the time, uh, things like things that take actual hands-on work and practice tend to be suffering right now. So stuff like music, like I don't have time to practice music anymore. Maybe like once a week I'll be able to pick up my guitar, but that's about it. And you know what? It's not that it's a priority anyway. Same with karate. Now, my karate I tend to prioritize a little higher than music because I'm paying for it. So, I'm paying for 2 lessons a week, so if I should definitely try to make it to 2 a week. And, if I'm not prepared, then it feels like I'm kind of wasting my time. So, actually, the karate master suggested this, and it's a really good idea, is practicing but in your head. And this is wonderful since I don't really have time to do anything that actually requires me to do something. My books, I got to read them on audio book, and my karate, I got to practice it in my head. So how it works is, you kind of visualize basically your movements. So I'll think in my head, all right, I'm going to try trick 15. And then I'm like, all right, I step to the left. I do a middle block, which I can't remember trick 15 for the life of me. So maybe that's a bad example. But and I'm picturing myself doing this in my head. Now, don't close your eyes because I'm driving here. But yeah, it's been really a useful tool, and I'm going to try to start doing it more. Sometimes my brain is just too tired. I can't really think of anything besides trying to stay between the lines, but during the day, I've got a little energy. I've got, thinking energy, because thinking does take energy. I'll just go through my different moves that I'm trying to learn, the different katas. I'll go through them in my head and practice them in my head. And then when I do them physically, actually, I may have to do them a little slow, and my movements might be kind of clunky, but it's correct, it's passable. And yeah, that's kind of how I get through my weekly karate lessons, is not necessarily practicing the physical movements, but practicing it in my head and then performing the movements when I actually go to my lessons. So yeah, little tidbit for people who are on the road a lot, or you just don't have a lot of time to physically do things. You can practice them, but in your head. It's great.